Alright, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And we're live.
Whatever chaotic thing I'm gonna do.
Do it.
Just look at the chaos.
What up, Fermented folks? We're back with another episode of Fermented Fiction. This one is our Christmas special. So, yeah. Travis, what you doing over there, bud? How's it going?
Good.
Okay. What you doing for Christmas?
Oh, shoot. Me, at the time of this recording, the plans are up in the air. I might be coming to you. I might be stuck on the University of Providence's campus working.
You're just like the dad in Gremlins.
Time will tell. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah. So if things go well, then I'm coming to you with our parents. If they don't go well, then I'll be here in Great Falls. Hopefully with some kind of company other than myself.
I hope so. God. Yeah, I mean that's my plans. Mom and Dad are coming out for sure. Hopefully you.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna go around, check out some Seattle stuff, show Mom and Dad around, probably eat dinner, and then
because last time we were there, it was still like quarantine, so we couldn't do anything except play board games.
True. Yeah.
Excuse me.
So we'll have to go check some
in case listeners didn't know, we do film these episodes back to back, so like pardon my gas, but I chug a lot of beer.
He's still chugging a Miller High Life from last episode. It has not been a week. That Miller High Life is not a week old, everybody. That Miller High Life is a few minutes old, and that's all right.
Now, he's been sipping at it for 7 straight days. It has not run out.
No, it never does. It never does.
I changed shirts to pretend like we filmed these a week apart, and then I just outed us.
Yeah, good for you. I didn't change shit. I'm still here in my same shirt.
Yeah, you're trying to make it look like
this is my shirt
dress the same for 3 weeks at a time.
I wear one shirt a month, everybody. This is this month's shirt, and when it's done its duty, I throw it away, and I go get a new shirt at the Goodwill, and I wear it.
Like George Costanza.
That's right. That's right. I will turn this one inside out next week. Still good. Still got a week of life in it.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
What are some life updates? Or was that...
That was the Christmas special of life updates, yeah.
Oh.
Because I'm out.
You have no other life updates?
No, I'm out.
You're out? Oh.
He's out of life.
I still have
I'm out of life.
Chamber.
Oh, what do you got in the chamber? What? You're really going with the guns this month. What is gun month for you? You're sticking to
gun month.
Gun month.
I'm sticking... guns. It is hunting season, so it's gun month.
That's true.
See, and now here's my update. Here's my life update. So my best friend Kat had these stools that if you sat at her kitchen countertop, you felt like a little kid because they were like, the counter was like here, and you were like she bought new stools, so now you don't feel like
Okay.
That's my life update.
That's the life update.
I guess if that's a life update.
I was like, there's gotta be like he hit his face on the counter or something.
I guess I could put one in the chamber if that's where the bar is. My tire was flat yesterday. And so I went to the gas station.
Life update.
I went to the gas station and I filled it up. That some was at like 10 psi, bro. Sitting there.
Oh, man. Hey, actually, do you want to know a life hack?
It limped over there a little bit, and I got it back up to 34. Don't even worry about it. What's up?
God.
Hey, Colin and Jeremy.
What?
You guys want me to tell you a funny story about Clayton?
I do.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Wait, hold on 1 second. If you go to Costco, they have fillers for your tires that you just connect it, and it does it all for you. Mm-hmm. It's automatic.
Interesting.
So you just connect it, it tells you what the PSI is, you put in what you want it, and it just does it. Boom, done.
I love the future.
Science.
Found that out last week. Mind blown.
Mind blown.
It's beautiful.
All right, life is anew.
No, Clayton story.
What's
Yeah,
up?
you-
Ready to go, Travis.
What you got?
T-Money.
Picture this:
Okay.
14-year-old Travis, or might have been 15, walks into the living room and sees Dad like
Oh
on
yeah.
his cell phone.
Oh
And I'm
yeah.
like, "Hey, Dad,
I know this
what's
story.
up?" Well, the first time Clay got a flat tire and was away from home, he threw it in the dumpster
True story. True
instead
story.
of keeping the tire to replace the tire. And
Oh my god.
so, yeah. Yeah.
The whole
Came
I'm
into the nose rub, and our dad being like
I failed as a father.
holding the phone away.
That's
and
right.
then he put the phone back and was like, "Please go get the tire out of the dumpster."
I'll come clean about that. The reason I didn't want the tire to be seen by Dad, and I was going to need his help, to fix it, is because it wasn't just a flat tire. I definitely had slid into an object and smashed my wheel well pretty bad. So I was trying to
Gotcha.
get away with it.
Gotcha.
I knew it wasn't the procedure.
Play the dumb card.
Yeah, I was playing the dumb card, and
Yeah.
and it worked. It worked. He was so
See, and I
ashamed
just want to
that he let me get away
thank
with it.
you. I just want to thank you because all that stuff was like a mental notebook, and that day I was like, "Don't throw away your flat."
Learn from the bro.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. And
So then in the future, when I got flat, I was like, "Oh, Dad, I kept the tire. It's in the trunk."
don't even worry about it,
We're good.
Pops. I still
Don't
got
even
the
trip
wheel.
about that, dog.
No, it was
I
good.
still got the wheel.
It was good. All right.
Champagne and beers.
We all know about life now, everybody. We're up to date. We're going to get up to date on the show, which is talking about our Christmas special. This one's a movie. This one's Gremlins, which is one of the best Christmas movies of all time.
Christmas classic right
Or
there.
maybe one of the worst Christmas movies of all time. It depends on what you roll, because we're doing forced enrollment. So we roll these 20-sided die. What?
Yep.
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 We roll these 20-sided die, and if you roll high, you defend. If you roll low, you attack, no matter what you actually think. Travis, let's roll these puppies.
Travis always loses.
He loses a lot.
What'd you roll?
12.
Yeah, that's.
We're
That's
putting
what I
Jeremy to
heard.
work this month.
yeah.
He's got a lot
so
more
much
bleeping to
bleeping.
do.
No joke, the last episode I edited, there were all of 4 swear words and 3 of them were me.
Really?
Yep.
It sucks, because this month we're cussing a lot, bro.
Oh yeah, we're all loosey-goosey. It's the Christmas spirit.
It is. It is.
No, it's not the Christmas spirit, Jeremy. It's the Miller High Life.
Loosening up the tongue a little bit. All
I
right.
rolled a 6, so.
That's half. Half of it
lose
I rolled.
again.
All right. Well, here we go.
Alright.
Jeremy, let's start that timer.
Oh yeah, let's do this
We're going to
thing.
do some forced enrollment. Thanks, Philip Bridgers, for the name. Thanks for still listening. I assume you do. I hope you
I
do.
would hope so.
Thanks for being British.
Thank you for being British,
Thank
Philip
you
Bridgers.
for that.
Great job. You're probably the most British person I've talked to more than once, and I appreciate you for that.
Alright. So with that in mind,
Now
what a good clean debate. And we are starting in 3, 2, 1. Boom.
All right. Let's be real. Nostalgia factor, right? It's big. It's big with Gremlins, okay? When I watch Gremlins, it takes me right back to hanging out with mom and dad on the couch. Christmas time of year. You know, I got really good memories watching Gremlins. It's one of the movies that got me into what is now my favorite genre, which is horror. Gremlins is a great example of how horror can exist in really any environment. Christmas is generally not a horror environment. Now, it's been adapted to that many times because it's easy to juxtapose the joy of Christmas with the elements of terror that are prevalent in the horror genre. But Gremlins is one of the ones that did it best, one of the ones that did it first, in terms of 90s movies anyway, or whenever the hell Gremlins was made. Was Gremlins
84.
made in the 90s?
1984.
80s. 80s. Okay.
80s.
Well, 80s. Even older. Yeah. So Gremlins. It's Steven Spielberg. So yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead and look it up. Steven Spielberg,
I'm
baby.
looking it up.
Yeah,
Written
look
by
it up.
Steven Spielberg, written by Chris Columbus.
I'm looking it up.
Go ahead. Steven Spielberg directed that movie.
You just keep going. You just keep going.
So it's got a lot of powerful nostalgia factor. It's got all the things you're looking for when you're what?
Steven Spielberg did not direct or write Gremlins.
I didn't say wrote. I thought he
I
directed.
said Chris Columbus wrote it.
Nope. Joe Dante.
Oh,
Gremlins.
so Steven Spielberg
Undirected.
produced it?
He was an executive producer.
He was an executive producer.
Okay, he just produced it. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. That's my
He
bad.
directed.
That's my bad. But either way, the main thing I want to talk about in Gremlins is the characters, okay? There's two characters in that movie in particular that are just absolute legends in the horror and Christmas genres. Yes, I'm categorizing Christmas as a genre because it is. Because people say there's Christmas movies, so that means it's a genre,
Oh,
right?
it's a genre. I don't
Okay.
disagree with you.
Well, let's not pretend that Gizmo and Mom
Yeah.
are not just absolute legends in both the horror and Christmas genres. Gizmo is a fucking survivor, okay? He overcomes bullying, he overcomes the difficulties of parenting, and he overcomes the difficulties of being outcast by your own society, right?
And the digestive terror of chicken.
True. He also sort of overcomes slavery if you look at it the right way. So,
If you look at it the right way.
or the wrong way, depending on how you look at it. So Gizmo is an absolute survivor. He's an absolute gangster, absolute stud. Gizmo is somebody we can all look up to, someone we can all aspire to be a little bit more like Gizmo. All right?
G-Unit.
Absolute G. And then Mom puts Gremlins on ice like she Wayne Gretzky, dude. That kitchen scene is legendary. I don't care who you are. Mom comes in, she doesn't even hesitate, bro. She doesn't even hesitate. She gets the skates on and she starts putting fools on ice, shoving them in the blender, the microwave. Come on. I mean, it's absolutely legendary. So, I also love how Gremlins, it just goes from 0 to 100 like that. Like the chicken happens and it's over. It's time to get working,
Yeah.
and they don't mess around. So
Didn't have a lot of runtime to play with. So
they didn't. It was an old 84 movie, so they had their 90 minutes, and they made it work. I mean, those old movies, they were all in that format. And I thought Gremlins did a great job making it happen. The pacing's difficult to work with that short time slot. And yeah, Gremlins made it awesome. So that's what I got to say.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. I finished my Miller High Five.
Good job.
What the hell is this movie? Like, okay, there was young Travis who remembers it. Like, I rewatched it and I was expecting. I was like, hey, it's free on HBO Max. This is great. I love it. Which HBO Max is not free unless your name is Clayton from home and you bum it from your brother. Anyways,
True chance.
it's free on HBO Max, right? So I
It
was
is free.
excited. I was like, I'm going to rewatch this horror movie from my childhood that scared the crap out of me because I remember the Mohawk Gremlin being all freaky.
Stripe.
And then I got to the bar scene.
Doesn't even know the
What
characters'
in the-
names.
What in the world is that movie? Like, they have a gremlin recreating scenes from Flashdance. Like, I don't know what was happening. There's gangster gremlins in the corner playing poker. Like, it's not a horror film. It's not scary. It's just like the whole movie. Well, let's talk about the beginning where I'm like, is the bank the villain? I feel like the bank is the villain. But then they're just like, Oh, you know how we teased you with that whole bank plot line?
Forget about it.
The bank doesn't matter anymore. Now it's these fuzzy little scary creatures, and you think they're scary. Yeah, okay, they look scary, but now we're gonna put them in a bunch of costumes in a bar room throwing peanuts at each other, chugging beer, and all of the horror factors it's gone. It's replaced with what in the hell am I watching? And what it reminded me of is The Evil Dead. You know, The Evil Dead starts suspenseful, creepy, and then as soon as you get to that like early 90s puppetry, you're like, now this is just hysterical and I don't know what to think. And that's Gremlins. It's not a horror film. It's not a comedy. It's kind of a Christmas movie. No, it's a Christmas movie.
It's 100% a Christmas movie. Let's not. Come on, let's be respectful.
It's just wild, and I didn't know what to think of it. And that's pretty much my main criticism is I couldn't wrap my head around it.
I think that...
And the other thing...
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
You gotta hear the most wild thing.
All right, let's hear it.
Because I just looked it up once you were like dropping Steven Spielberg's name. Like, come on, I knew he didn't direct it.
Yeah, but he is in there. He's
You know who wrote it? The dude who screen wrote every Harry Potter movie. What in the world?
That is wild.
Like Chris
Also Home
Columbus was
Alone.
out here just freaking kids out.
Crushing it. Is what you're trying to say. He's crushing it.
I just don't know what to think.
All right, look.
That's my critic.
That bank storyline that you're talking about, that's indicative of middle America. Suburban, white America, right? You think money is the issue until the real issues present themselves, which is the evil that's in every human being, right? Which is like capitalism and overconsumption. Gremlins, yeah, total metaphor for that. Because what does the dad say? As soon as he finds out all you need is a couple drops of water to reproduce these adorable creatures, he's like, let's make some money on this. That's like immediately what he says, right? And you see the effects of that when the gremlins start to reproduce exponentially. There's no stopping it. And that is the evil of money. The bank is the villain the entire time,
But hey,
bro. It never goes away.
We want to talk about modern social commentary in an 84 movie.
Yeah, let's go.
Why are they called Gremlins, Clayton? What line did that come from, Clayton?
Yeah,
Was it the Raising Snow Snowman?
it was.
Talking about immigrants? Yes, it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. You're right. And what happens to that guy?
He dies.
First. Well, no, not first. He dies, like, kind of second?
He dies.
I think so.
I don't remember the exact order.
It depends when.
He dies early. He dies quick,
in relation.
right? Because
But here's the
we
thing.
understand we gotta get rid of that guy. That guy's problematic. Let's get rid of that guy.
I didn't think he was that bad of a guy. Like, he just wanted better parts in his car, you know? Like,
You didn't think he was that bad of a guy? Is that what you want to go on record as having said about that guy?
I would go on record. I was about to buy a Jaguar. I was about to buy a Jaguar in high school, and Dad was like, don't buy a Jaguar because it's got foreign parts. And you're not going to find those parts anywhere. Like, I get it.
I don't know.
Practical statement. 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's a very practical statement. I don't know if his problem with foreign parts was that he couldn't get them or that they were foreign. I think his problem was that they were foreign.
I want to believe this.
Beer of the week.
Beer of the week!
Beer of the week.
Oh, beer of the week. I'm ready.
Do you want to start this week? Do you want to start?
You want me to start?
Yeah, what's your beer?
I'm definitely sober.
Absolutely.
We can all agree about that.
Yes. I don't know is the answer.
You don't know your beer? Oh!
I've had this growler for 3 months.
Oh,
And I
Okay.
forgot what's in it. And it's definitely flat. So we're just gonna crack it open and see. It's like a mystery box.
This might be our last episode.
I can't even unscrew the
Travis
lid.
passed away.
It's
Thank you for
so
watching. We'll see
airtight.
you
So
on
you
the
guys
news.
just you open your beers because I can't get this open.
All right. In the spirit of Christmas, we have a Jolly Roger.
Oh,
And it is Jolly Roger Christmas Ale. A solid old 9% beer from Maritime Pacific Brewing Company. Thank you, Maritime Pacific Brewing. Thank you, Special Brews, for hooking up with this free beer.
special fruit.
Special Brews paid for all of this month's beer. They gave us this entire 3-pack for free because they are our first official sponsor. Thank you, Special Brews. You rock. Well, let's crack open
This
this
smells like a
Jolly
dirty
Roger.
sock.
Okay.
Oh man, now we're gonna lose.
Fill up that glass.
Now
You
we're
should
gonna
fill
lose
it
the mystery jug sponsorship. Dang it, I was hoping for that one.
All right, this is looking a little darker.
This jug is sponsored by Montana Heights.
Is that
bar
an
in
actual
Great-
company? Oh, it's a
Yeah.
bar.
No, it's a bar in Great Falls.
Yeah, they
Okay.
do like a whole thing. It's great.
You know them, Jeremy?
I've been there.
What'd you think?
It was
They have a good trivia night.
What defines a good trivia night?
I think. Does that just mean they ask you questions and then people answer them?
No, I like the way they design theirs because they put the questions up on the TV, so even if it's too loud, you can still play.
There you
Uh-huh.
go. That's something.
I think this is an IPA, by the way.
Is it the IPA you first discovered you liked IPAs? It's not that flat. It's got quite a bit of head still.
No, it's still got a lot of head. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely an IPA.
All right. Is it a good one?
That looks good.
Looks delicious.
Give us some of the tasting notes. What do you smell? What do you taste?
What do you see? What do you hear?
What do you feel aside from regret?
Is this
all the
worse than
senses.
Colt 45?
Don't tell show. Well, you already did.
You're showing. Oh.
There's more. There's layers. There's layers
Lots
to
of
this shit,
layers.
player.
You're an onion,
Is it
bro.
out of your mouth yet? Like, what's going on?
Oh, he's
yeah.
going back for seconds.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Look at this guy.
He's a professional.
Bold
Good
move.
lord.
Oh.
Caramely? Hops? Regret?
Oh,
I don't know.
So you have a whole
don't know.
growler of this.
Yeah.
Do you think you tasted it before you did that, or did you just go fill her up?
I feel like it's when you visited for Jeremy's wedding.
That was a long
Do you
time ago.
remember what IPA you got?
No.
No.
I got a pepperoni and mushroom pizza at Howard's. I know that.
Yeah, you'll do that.
Well, no, the Steinhouse, which is connected to Howard's.
It was a Howard's pepperoni and mushroom pizza.
We shout out to the Stein. The Stein is
Shout out to the Stein. Sure, I'll shout that out. Yeah, let's we can toast the Stein.
Yeah, to the Steinhouse.
To the Stein and to Special Brews.
Special brews.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
This is not good.
And we have a Christmas ale here. What's going on with that Christmas ale? What, y'all tasting some
it doesn't
poly?
taste
Smells like
the way
Christmas.
It smells, for sure. It's got a whole other.
Yeah, there's caramel notes. You know, darker beer. Some spices.
Yeah, but then it's also got the same kind of feel as an IPA as well.
It's kind of sweet and nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a Christmas dessert.
Like a
Glass.
sticky toffee pud.
Yeah, just
Sorry, that was the wrong accent.
We-
Like a sticky toffee pud.
Do people say pud? Who says that?
Look it up.
really upsetting people.
Yeah.
Here's the question.
Sorry for
Here's
the
the
British
question.
accents, Philip Richards. We really we don't we don't think that they're good. Travis,
I have consistently chugged beers.
you're fucking
Do I
hammered.
have to do it now?
Nobody
not.
was making
Okay.
you.
No.
Then yes, you have to.
With this one, no.
You
No,
did
you
this
don't.
to you.
No. Clayton says no.
I think it's a nose all around. I think nobody requires you to chug
Nobody
that.
asked you. to start
You're
doing this.
contractually
However-
required to not drink that.
However, if you're
Until after the
asking for
episode.
permission to chug that beer, or you're asking us to like
You're
try to get
allowed
you to,
Oh
Like,
God,
I'm
no.
not-
No, no, no. No, no, no.
dicks in
He does
space,
it for the
dicks in space, dicks in space, dicks in space.
It's since. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, this doesn't make sense. If you haven't watched the last episode, watch the last episode.
Since
Space.
I feel like this show
It was
used
Colin's
to be
idea.
friendly, and it's not.
It's not anymore. No, we've gotten away from that.
I bleep stuff.
He bleeps things.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Do you bleep every occurrence of the word dicks?
Yeah. I'm gonna do a lot. There's gonna be so many
Beep,
beeps.
beep. It's gonna be like
It's
listening
just
to a
beep
clean
in
Dr.
space.
Dre album.
I mean, it's fine with the FCC.
Hey,
Anyway.
Texas?
Ugh. Ugh. That's not a good
Okay, it's funnier when
No.
dicks get bleeped.
Well, at least you don't know what it is. So
Yeah,
you're not really
no, I'm not.
slandering anybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour it down the drain for sure. It's going. It's going.
Dang.
Okay. Hard no. Hard
I'm
no.
not gonna drink.
Travis actually sits in a bathtub.
Hard pass on.
You can't see it; it's below. It's out of frame.
He's already poured it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has no pants on.
I can
He is in a
confirm
bathtub
I have
to
not
relieve
seen
himself at any time.
pants
He's really passionate
on
for
that
this
boy.
podcast.
Now,
Absolutely.
don't ruin the illusion for them, Travis.
Quit outing us.
That was someone else's foot.
Yeah, that was a prop foot.
Prop.
Prop foot.
We have
Stunt foot.
We have a very
Conspiracy.
high budget. It was a stunt foot provided by
Oh my
Special
God,
Brews.
can we talk about Gremlins?
Yeah, tell us what you really think. What do you really think about Gremlins, Travis?
I love Gremlins.
Oh my god.
You would.
Shocker. Shock and awe strategy.
That movie is absolute just cult classic chaos. Like as a child, I thought it was frightening. I rewatched it. I was like, oh my god.
That
What the hell
movie
is this film?
is absolutely bananas.
It's. I will say this. It is a bad movie, and you can't stop watching it.
Yeah.
You cannot take your. I was like, my wife was like taking a nap, you know, and I was like, I'm just gonna put this on. I gotta watch this for the podcast, and I've seen it before, so you know, she's never seen it, and she didn't nap. She couldn't take a nap. She wasn't scared.
No.
No.
She just couldn't believe what was going
No
on.
adult's gonna be scared by it. It's just like,
No, listen. I made the Evil Dead comparison for a reason. Like,
yeah.
there's a reason Evil Dead is so popular, and that's because you cannot turn away from it, even though it's so bad. Like, Gremlins is so bad. The bar scene is
it's bad.
just
The bar scene is particularly bad.
Why is she serving them? How?
Doesn't make any sense.
How does she know what they're ordering?
Also, why aren't they killing her?
That too. It's
They've killed everyone
Don't
else.
ask.
No, there
Don't ask.
It doesn't.
there are no plot holes in Gremlins.
Gremlins is
It all
entirely
makes sense.
plot hole.
sense
I mean,
is
it's like
cheesecake. That's it.
It's just deep magic. I've learned from C.S. Lewis.
deep magic.
It's deeper magic. This is what Aslan was talking about.
Yo,
Magic.
Gizmo was there when it was written. Okay, if anyone was there when it was written, it was Gizmo. He knew immediately. He got one drop of water out, and he was like, "Oh, he was like, this isn't good. This isn't good." There's so many problems with Gremlins. So many problems. Holy
Doesn't
moly.
matter, though. That's the point. Like, yeah, it's full of holes. It's outwardly racist against Chinese
So
people.
very racist.
It's so bad.
You mean in the first 30 seconds of the film?
Dude,
It's cringe.
It's like
it's the whole the last 30 seconds also cringe. 'Cause it shuts
anything
back
where
up.
where the narration is happening. That's yeah. You know you're in for
Talk
something.
about the narration. We'll talk about the narration. It's a rule in all of writing that your narrator, like your narrating voice, is supposed to be the main character of the movie.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, that's barely in it.
Barely in it. He just goes away
He just-
for like 80% of the movie. He's there for the first 10.
Christmas Eve invention convention.
Yeah, who puts an invention convention on Christmas Eve? Who's the real monster in Gremlins? It's that events coordinator. He's terrible, terrible person.
And the bank.
And of course
that
the bank.
child who steals the Mogwai from his grandfather for $200.
They needed the money, Jeremy.
And they just happen to have a monster who is presumably genetically engineered to kill human beings.
Right. There's so many problems. Hey, here's my big question. How come the Gremlins know their own lore when they pop out?
Like, they have a biological imperative to progress through their natural life cycle, which is to become a scaly monster who...
So they're a living virus?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, basically, right? They come out as a living virus, except
I mean,
for
that's a
the original
wholesale
one.
steal from Alien.
They mimic human speech, and they inherently understand human technology.
Yeah.
They also understand human art. Like, they fully sat in the theater and enjoyed a movie.
True. Also, they're like, yeah, that was one of the most bonkers aspects of it to me was like, at what point is it just completely unethical to keep a Mogwai as a pet? Like, Gizmo is arguably the most intelligent character in the entire movie, right?
Yeah, and even at the end, that old Chinese man, he shouldn't have just, like, retaken him back and been like, oh, you're not ready. He should have just taken Gizmo and humanely destroyed him.
He is clearly an instrument of destruction.
Yeah.
You know what he does instead, though, is say, hey, I gave you this thing in a cage. I'm going to need that cage back. To keep Gizmo in.
Gizmo's great, though, you know? That's kind of the tragedy of the whole movie, right? Gizmo's like a pretty purely good little feller.
Yeah, he doesn't want to grow up to what is the natural conclusion of his life cycle.
It's complete chaos. I'm giving it's 5 stars for me.
That's the Miller High Life speaking. This movie...
That's the High Life, that's the mystery jug. That was
the mystery jug.
Third thing.
I rewatched this movie completely sober, and I thought, like, hey, I'm gonna watch a horror movie. Like, as a child, this scared the crap out of me. I remembered the, like, hardware store scene, and I remember being freaked out about it. And then I got to, like, the bar scene, and I was like, this is not what I expected, but it's amazing. This is pure joy.
I feel like this movie is equatorial on the 1 to 5 scale. It is so much a 1 that it's basically a 5. It's just directly between 2. Like, it all depends on how you watch it. Like, if you're watching it for a movie with, like, an overarching thematic plot,
No.
you're not gonna like it. But if you're watching it just to be purely entertained, and if you can just embrace that this is a movie and nothing more, it's a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
or a 5.
beyond that. It's so far beyond, like, there's
It has transcended rateability.
yeah, I mean, it's like, you know how, there's the,
This
wasn't
show's
it,
fucking stupid.
Philip K. Dick wrote his, story.
Who?
The Man in the High Castle.
Okay.
Right?
Where Androids dream.
No. How's it going there, Travis? Still with us?
Philip K. Dick. I'm not.
Yes.
wrong.
No. Most of the great science fiction
Directed
films
by
you've seen
Steven
are based on a Philip K. Dick story, right? And one of those is The Man in the High Castle, right? And if you read the book, he got the premise from using the I Ching, the Chinese ancient means of answering questions that you have by casting sticks, right? And this film is just like that. They took everything that fell out of the back of a truck and it went in. They're like, we have these puppets, they need to be in. We have a Chinatown set, Cool, we're
That's
putting
right.
it in. Right? Just like, they need to be in the theater. Cool. Can we make a joke about them playing poker like those dogs in that? Let's
Absolutely.
That's in. It's all going in.
We have a lot of lines pre-written about
Spielberg is an executive producer. He's just giving us all the money.
Dogs. That's it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Flashdance is hot right now. It's in the movie.
Lock it in. Yeah.
That's right. So you can't criticize it. You can't criticize Gremlins
No,
because
yeah,
it's just everything. You get it all.
Listen.
It is a moment in time.
You're speaking the language. I've been trying to convince my brother about this for years about the Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh God.
It's just so bad. It's good, and they keep topping themselves in the badness.
See,
I'm going to go on a
It's a
tangent.
different
I'm gonna
style
go
of
on a
art.
tangent here.
oh
I'm going to
no.
go on a tangent here.
Yeah,
Fast
God.
and the
Please do.
Furious is even better because there's one cast member who thinks he's making good movies, and that makes the whole thing better. And
Vin
that's,
Diesel.
You can clearly tell Vin Diesel thinks he's making Oscar winners, and that just makes the whole franchise so much better because everybody else is aware of how crappy Fast and Furious is. But Vin Diesel thinks he's gonna win an award.
Look, you
See,
only
here's
So who
here's
is
the
that
thing.
in
My
Gremlins?
thesis.
Is that the dad?
Yes.
I feel like he
Yeah,
thinks he's
100%.
crushing it.
Oh yeah.
He thinks
definitely.
Yeah, he's trustful.
Hey, he takes out that fly swatter contraption, and I was like, oh man, that has
What's that
some
gonna
good.
do? What's that gonna do? It's
I
nothing.
don't know. I think
I mean, it looks
They
cool.
doing a damn
That's some
thing.
good engineering.
No, it's not. It's
I'm
not
pretty
doing
sure
it.
it's bananas. I think the mom's the real MVP.
Also, another
Oh.
thing to fill off the back of the truck: Rube Goldberg machines. Just huck them in there. Why not?
Yeah. Look,
Let's base an
the
entire
mom is a saint
character around
because
Rube Goldberg
not only
machines.
the mom has all of the martial arts prowess.
The mom and Gizmo are the G's of the film.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but more importantly, she puts up with this truly batshit husband
yeah.
and all of his stuff.
Why
And
is
she's
she
still
putting up
encouraging.
with it? Why is she putting up with it?
I don't
I
know.
have no
don't
idea.
She's the wife of
We
every
know.
creative person in the world.
Like, if you remember,
That's what we- that's
as
what
I
we're
do, when the mom is introduced in the film, like, she's just openly weeping in the
He
kitchen,
absolutely lays the
and it's. Yeah, she's just openly weeping in the kitchen in her first appearance, and she tells Billy, like, "Oh, I'll tell you what this was all about later," and then she doesn't.
She doesn't.
Really?
She just holds it in until she gets to murder some things.
No, almost every plot, like almost every character development thing in Gremlins that they set up is not real. The dad's inventions that his entire character
Yes.
is built around doesn't pay off in any
That
way.
is my thesis,
Not-
right? I mean,
doesn't pay off in any
you
way.
can take this
So-
film either
the whole
way
murder
because
thing.
it's debatably not a film.
Oh, it's 100%.
As one of my friends
It's
said
literally on
in
film.
film school, maybe it's a movie, but it's definitely not a film.
Okay, hey, so I hate to be the one to tell you this. Your friend's a snob. Your friend is a snob.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
For sure.
100%.
Fine. That's fine.
Like,
I'm just saying.
I don't want to have a drink with this friend of yours.
Gremlins is just so good.
It's not that. Nah. I have a big problem with literally all the plot elements never paying off. Like, a bunch of professional storytellers, why can't they at least make one of them pay off? Literally,
I don't think they wanted to. That was the point.
how is
Like,
that
the
a
whole
point?
Clay, it's an
Anti-point
anti-movie.
can't be a point.
It's an anti-movie.
And that's what makes it film.
The
This
It's film
cinema.
after all.
Meta.
I actually, okay, now that Jeremy has sold me on the whole thing.
The writer's
it
room
is a
of this
film.
movie was either okay. Look, the writers' room of this movie was either incredibly self-aware, and they sat down in their chairs and were like, "We're going to make the most purposely terrible film ever, and everyone's going to love it,"
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
they were incredibly bad at what they do, and it just turned out great. And either one is fantastic.
They either believed in it
Either
or had a
option.
seemingly limitless supply of cocaine.
Yes.
It's
We
great.
either got a bunch of idiots that produced one of the best cult classics ever made, or we got a bunch of geniuses who produced one of the best cult classics ever made. It doesn't matter. It's a great movie.
I do.
It's either The Room or an example of the other thing.
What's it rated on Rotten Tomatoes? Can we look that up?
I don't know. That's a good. Let's look.
I'd like to know, because on a technical level, it's a god-awful movie.
Oh yeah.
Which, if you want to go into like,
I mean, here's the thing though. What other films came out?
off.
What other films came out in 1984?
Not good ones.
Yeah, not good ones.
Not good ones.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Toxic Avenger.
Percent.
It doesn't tell you. It's an 86%.
Are you kidding me?
78%
Let's read.
audience score.
Yeah, let's read why.
Let's read.
I'd like to know why. Because on a technical level, there's really not much good about it when it comes to like writing.
See, we're gonna go into a rant about why people misuse Rotten Tomatoes. You don't just look at the score; you read the critic reviews, because that's what.
Wacky satirical spectacle of chaos.
Jones. Alan Jones stated, with its unique far-out
Original.
qualities, Gremlins is best described as the Evil Dead for children.
Whoa.
Which is true!
Favorite that guy.
Yeah,
That guy knows how to write a review,
He
baby.
knows something right there.
A thrilling anti-Christmas product effectively mocking other no-nonsense evil alien endeavors to become a staple of horror comedy subgenre.
It is. It is truly critiquing Christmas objectification and profiteering. You shouldn't just buy gifts without knowing what they are. You should be thoughtful.
A film that knows how to masterfully combine terror with humor, family spirit with countless winks to moviegoers without ever spoiling the mix.
No. It's more accurate to say they had no idea what they were doing. They had a lot of cocaine and everything is in the film. And that is also why it's pretty good. Pretty good.
I love it. I was a big fan.
It's basically
I did not.
It's basically the film equivalent of mulled wine. It's like they took all the Christmas shit and they cooked it together, and it tastes pretty good.
Mulled wine is delicious.
Are you saying Gremlins is delicious?
Gremlins
Yeah, it sounds like
If
you're.
Gremlins was a drink, wouldn't you drink it?
It sounds like you're on.
You
board
gave
with
it
this
5
metaphor.
stars.
Yeah, but mulled wine is like actually good.
So is Gremlins.
And
That's what you're saying.
He's saying that it sounds like you're just agreeing with him, but
Yeah.
you don't want to.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
This is an amalgamation of all this bullshit thrown into a crock pot, cooked together, and when you drink it, it tastes pretty good, even though all the ingredients by themselves might not be that good.
it's not right though, because wine is good by itself, orange is good by itself, cinnamon is good by itself. This is a bad metaphor.
No, it's not. It's a great
Not good by
metaphor.
itself.
It's yeah.
really
all
needs
the
to go on
Gremlins
something.
elements are good by themselves too, but you throw them all together and they're weird.
It's very
They're
weird.
weird, but they're good.
Yeah. Weird but good. Like watching a dog take its first step in shoes. It's weird.
Jeremy, I think only you would have thought of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like any video you've seen of a cucumber placed behind a cat.
I've seen none of those.
Oh man, you're
It's-
in for a treat.
It
It's
is a thing.
incredible.
They think they're snakes.
Do some googling. It's they
Cats
like
hate cucumbers.
explode in a
Will
random
it be on
direction.
the TikTok?
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
100%. Like there's a
There's an entire sub talk of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Clay's next book is in that
Google it.
genre.
It'll-
Absolutely. Yeah.
It'll-
Cat cucumber genre. That's the
Cat
whole thing.
cucumber genre.
Cat
blowing up.
cucumber Christmas. That's my next
Yeah,
book.
search that. It'll
Cat
take over
cucumber
your whole
Christmas.
For You page.
Cucumbers behind cats.
It sounds like Gremlins. It's got to work.
Absolutely.
It's gonna pay off.
Huck it all in there,
It's
and I'll
gotta
get a great review from what's his name on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's gotta
Yeah,
work.
good old that guy.
Let's reach out to him. Let's
Good old
interview him.
Mr. His Name.
Yeah, his name. We'll reach out to him. We'll
Evil
pay him
Dead
to write a
Kids.
good review of whatever we're doing. It's great.
5 stars.
So I guess all you have to do is be completely outrageous, and you get away with not tying up any of your plot holes. Is that what we've decided?
Yep.
I mean, kinda, yeah. That's an art in and of itself.
Nah,
A little bit.
1 star.
I mean, if you
I'm not gonna
read,
say that it's good.
I'm saying
I'm
one
gonna
star.
say it's an incredibly watchable movie.
that's what I
Yeah,
said.
like you
can't
want-
turn away. You
Yeah,
can't turn
5
away.
stars.
It's like a train wreck happening in slow motion. You'll want to see.
I don't know. I disagree. Now that I've rewatched it as an adult, I will never watch it again.
See,
Never.
now that I've rewatched it as an adult, I will immediately go to my girlfriend and be like, "You have to watch it."
Yeah, I kind of want to make other people see this.
All right, I guess I'm alone. I'll never watch Gremlins again in my entire life.
Like, I'm never
that
gonna
movie's
watch
trash.
it alone again because that's yeah. But I'll inflict it on somebody.
I would punish somebody
think-
with it because it's punishment.
I'll show it to my kids. I might make it a tradition, along with Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Every
which is
Christmas.
another movie that is just so bad. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch that again either. Yeah.
I watch it every year.
Yeah, if you're going for Tim Curry, might as
Wow.
well go for Clue.
Blue is so good to Tim Curry. We got doubled up there. Anyway,
Garbage. 1 star. 1 star for Gremlins. Tying up no plot holes. Nothing makes sense.
Yeah,
It's all bullshit.
it has
5
a
stars.
fleeting relationship
give me the
with
chaos.
sense.
Give me the cult classic. Give me it.
Christmas magic, Clay.
There's
Christmas magic.
there's a good stew, and then there's just a pile of ingredients thrown into a pot, and
It's called a 7-layer dip. No one likes it, but
Yes.
everybody keeps
stew are not
buying
the
it.
same thing.
Everybody
Yes.
keeps buying it.
I am yet
Yes.
to buy even a single 7-layer dip.
That's a bad metaphor.
is a-
I like
It
7-layer
is
dip.
no.
It's what we've established, isn't it?
The mulled wine is the same metaphor, and now this one's right, and the mulled wine's not.
This is yummy potatoes. I hate sour cream. I hate cream and chicken. I'm not a big fan of hash browns. Throw them all together.
Yeah, but you're not a normal human being in that regard. Most people like all 3 of those things.
It's a turducken. It's a turducken. It shouldn't.
No, it's not a
There's no
turducken.
reason it should have happened.
Actually, yes.
But here it is.
No, it's not a turducken, because each of those are better by themselves. Thrown
true.
together, they're terrible.
Like a duck is incredible. Chicken, that's chicken. Turkey, great. Throw them all together. You just have
Terribly good.
I'm on
a lot of layers that are cooked wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Which I guess, yeah, actually, turducken, best metaphor for Gremlins so far. 3 things that are good on their own, but put together are goddamn terrible and should never happen.
So much better.
A
But so much
complete
better.
turducken.
Not better. No, a turducken is in no way better than just a turkey, just a chicken, just a duck. Please give me any of those birds cooked alone rather than shoved into each other's asses. I will take them alone every time.
Yeah, to cook all 3
Pick one plot hole.
you
Pick
have to ruin 2
an
of them.
inventor that is trapped in the cycle of capitalism. Pick a couple that is struggling to find love on Christmas. You know, just give me one.
Oh my God.
Give me a duck.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? The fact that
Damn, the Jiminy story goes absolutely nowhere. It's
Oh my god.
that is
the
so
best
weird.
scene in this whole movie is when one minor bad thing happens and the female character just trauma dumps about her father dying in it.
That's the most horrifying part of this entire story, and he's looking for something through most of it.
Yeah,
He's
that's
picking
right.
up, literally picking up a phone and listening to it while he's telling
Super
this
not listening,
story.
which probably explains
So-
why he just kisses her later. It's because he did not listen to that story.
He's barely talked to her. They've gone on one date and she's just like, oh yeah, you know why I hate Christmas? Because my dad died.
That is the most. When Deanna saw that, she was like, "What the f- just happened?" And I was like, "Good question. Good question.
question.
No idea where this comes from. Don't get too attached to it. It doesn't pay off or come back or matter at all.
Nobody
All it
can
is
answer your
empty
question.
character development. Any questions you have, They're not going to be answered. We're going to kill gremlins. These two are going to get married. Life's going to go on. Gizmo's going back to Chinatown. Let's ride.
5 stars.
Oh my god.
One
And then,
star.
like,
Garbage.
nobody in the main cast is bothered at all by, like, the Mogwai or the Gremlins or whatever, but everybody else outside of them, they're just having their entire reality shattered by the presence of these monsters.
That's true.
It's like,
I mean-
what is this? We should leave. We should leave. We're the cops, but
Yeah.
we should leave. We're not prepared for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the
I wanna go
the black doctor.
He is a high school science teacher.
That's true.
Who
He,
I
like,
guess
takes
is
it
the
upon
only
himself.
scientist in this town.
The closest
Also
thing.
the only black person.
Yeah.
You grew up.
Gotta get that out of there early.
Clayton, pause right there. You grew up in Cutback, Montana. It is very feasible that the only scientist and only black person is also the only high school science teacher.
This is true.
We had 3 black people in our entire town.
I know. I was there. I remember. But like, no, I know. But these guys.
Well, there is a Chinatown, so
There's a Chinatown.
We don't know where, but it's someplace.
We don't know where. We don't know where.
do
I
we
feel like
have
this
a
is-
do we have a location
Yeah.
for
No, he
this?
just said Chinatown.
It literally just says
No, for the whole
Chinatown.
film.
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I would imagine so. But where does Gremlins take
It
place?
cannot possibly matter.
No, absolutely doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The internet knows. It doesn't matter if it matters. The internet.
The internet knows it doesn't matter.
I mean, we're just
if you look
if
it
we
up
find
on
the answer to
Wikipedia-
that, it's not going to help anything.
Yeah, if you
No,
go to Wikipedia,
It's just going to be
Wikipedia just says
because if it's
that
San Francisco, it's not going to work in our favor.
It is in Pennsylvania, which means that
Okay.
the only Chinatown near the Kingston Falls, a small town in Pennsylvania, the only Chinatown near would be Philadelphia. So therefore, I have been to the Chinatown.
Go birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go birds. All right, go birds.
Go
That's
Birds.
really all we need to know.
Glad we figured that out.
Good. It's definitely feasible. There'd be only one African American person in the entire town. Definitely feasible.
Yeah, we grew up in one of those.
Maybe the
It's
most-
not even
Realistic part of
Anyway.
Gremlins.
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Wait, you mean to tell me that the most realistic part wasn't that rich lady who gets a clear psychosexual joy from talking about how she's gonna kill dogs?
What was that about?
That was about
Why is she
one rich
so
lady getting off. That's what that was about.
unbelievably evil for no reason?
What? No.
And people in town were just cool with it. They were cool with it.
Were they? I thought everybody hated that
I mean,
lady, but they did
That
actually
one
take
guy
her
in the
side.
bank,
They all
he
took
was
her side.
uncomfortable, but he was like, yeah, that would kill that dog.
Also, hate to say it, but if a dog attacks somebody in a bank, that dog's dead.
Yeah.
Gotta say it.
Yeah, the dog.
Pretty much not a good thing.
If the
a
town and
dog
the
jumps
cops
over
didn't
the
get-
jumps over the counter and attacks a person in the bank, that dog's getting put down.
Does he not trust his mom to let his dog out occasionally?
Well, you know, people like to take their dogs to
about why
work.
he brought the dog to the bank. This is incidental, unimportant.
People like to take their dogs to
Overthinking
work. They do. They do.
Just
that.
as we've already established about things like Harry Potter and C.S. Lewis, you ask too many questions, and it's not going to pay off.
Well,
The
that's
answer is don't
especially
think
true in
about it.
Gremlins.
Don't ask any
Don't
questions.
ask a single question
Do
because
not.
there aren't answers.
Do not.
If you ask, literally pretty much any plot-based
There's no
question, there's no answer. Like, why the narration at the beginning?
Yeah.
Why
It's-
don't
it's
the
very
inventions
existential.
ever pay off? Like, come on! Why can't the
world-
bathroom
the
buddy
world
help
is
defeat the
meaningless.
gremlins? That's what you would do, right? In most stories, like the bathroom buddy. Give me some payoff. That toothpaste, maybe
Did you
toothpaste kills
find your
gremlins. Boom.
exit?
Literally anything he's ever invented. Like, well, I invented this one thing, but it's not ready. Like, it's ready.
Yeah, it's ready. he finally found the key to the bathroom buddy, and it helps defeat the gremlins. Like, that would have been one payoff. But literally nothing in the movie pays off. Ever.
Yeah.
At all.
What's the knife thing in theater? You gotta,
You're
what's
talking
the
about
term?
Chekhov's smoking
Chekhov's
gun?
Chekhov smoking gun.
Literally every plot point in that movie is a Chekhov smoking gun.
Yeah, it's
But
Chekhov's
without the
gun
payoff,
that nobody
I love it.
ever fires.
I don't love it. I don't love
I
it.
do.
A bunch of setup with no payoff.
Yeah.
The universe is absurd. There is an overarching basis for the story, which is it's a critique of humanity, because this guy is given something that he didn't deserve, like Pandora's box, and told explicitly what not to do, and all of those things happen because humanity cannot be trusted.
Okay, but like the thing about the gremlins.
Unless they're Chinese.
Yeah, unless they're Chinese.
Well, it's like at this level, we're zooming out well beyond that. Like the Chinese guy is the wise person who knows what he's doing.
But like the thing
Even
about
though he
the
doesn't really know
gremlins
what
and the
he's doing.
mogwai is those things getting wet, getting food after midnight, those things were just always going to happen. Because, like, just think about mogwai had to, like, originate in the wild or something. So, like, rain happens, snow happens.
Overthinking it.
It's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon.
It's freaking. It's
Dog
Pokemon.
fighting
whatever.
for fun.
Dog fighting for fun. That's what?
Dogfighting as
What?
an economy.
Dog fighting.
We're gonna do Pokemon. We're not gonna talk
I know.
about it.
We'll do Pokemon,
That's Pokemon.
at some point. It'll be great.
Pokemon
It's
is
Pandora's
gonna be
box.
a whole thing.
It's Pandora's box. That's the basis.
It'll be great. We'll rap about it.
It holds up the whole,
Jeremy,
story.
Jeremy, how much can you edit out? Because, like,
Like
I
I.
have to pee.
We can also like be done.
You can
We could
leave,
even
and
do that.
he'll just screen grab another part of you, sitting there quietly.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll make it.
He's
I'll make
gonna
it
have to
look
do
like.
that.
I'll make it look like you were there the
gone.
whole time,
He's
and
gone.
also
He's
that you
outta
have
here.
abs. It will be like, oh, Travis, sick abs.
Everyone's getting abs.
Yeah, everybody's getting abs.
Everyone's
We're
getting
just,
abs.
Just look at all that.
All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this really stupid show.
Yeah, that
Thanks
was
for tuning in to Fermented Fiction for another
Sign
week. Happy Christmas. Merry
Happy
holidays.
Christmas.
Yes.
And all that. Happy Hanukkah. Happy
Saturnalia?
happy Saturnalia. Yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
okay.
Kwanzaa. What else is going on right now? Is there any other festivals? If there's other festivals, let us know.
Winter solstice.
We wish
Yeah.
you a happy all of those things.
Happy all
and
of that.
we're moving on. We're going to be back in January with more Fermented Fiction. Travis, we're saying goodbye.
Yeah, we
You
tried
can,
to leave while you were gone, but you got back.
You're back, so here we go.
I'm back. Yep. Now I'm saying bye.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Five stars for Gremlins.
Thanks for watching. Gremlins
Everybody
sucks.
watch Gremlins.
1 star.
Bye. 5 stars.
Equatorial.
Perfect.
All right. Let's get out of here.